Make your way to sit on your stability ball facing me, and we'll slide this red loop band down to our metatarsals, our toes. So make sure it's not only around a little bit of the arch of the foot, but around the baby toes. Widen your legs a little farther than hip distance apart so you feel some resistance. And as the resistance decreases in our levels, we're working from muscle memory and not the resistance that we feel. So it's more about building awareness and proprioception here, because this will help change your muscle patterns as you move through space. Okay, so I want you to sit up tall. Inhale, let your inner thighs pull back towards the wall behind you. And exhale, we're going to evert, so move from the ankle joint only. Take the foot out to the side, away from the body, and back to parallel. Evert out and back to parallel. And if you'd like, you can take your hands into what looks like a choir prayer position, and you can pull out on the hands, engaging the back a little more as the foot everts. And then as it comes back to a parallel, you can let up on the hands. Pulling out, 2, 3, letting up, 2, 3. So eversion with that pull, with that shoulder blade retraction and releasing. Give me 2 more, pull, 2, 3. And make sure you're not moving from the knee or quadricep. Try to mobilize, try to get some mobility from the ankle joint. Okay, let's switch sides. So switch your hands, the hand that's on top and bottom. Plug your shoulders down, keep your chin up, begin when you're ready. Gaze is higher than eye level. Working on our feet. Now I know this feels like so easy, or just sometimes it feels a little boring to work on the feet. I can guarantee you that the benefits far outweigh you being bored for a few minutes. So all of your muscle imbalances start from the ground up. If you do not work your feet, you can continue to work your hamstrings and glutes. But if your feet are doing the wrong thing, you're going to continue to overwork your quadriceps and your hip flexors, have knee issues, eventually have back issues. So we do have to work the feet. So we should be working the other side now, pulling out on the hands and everting the foot on our exhales, finding neutral position parallel, slackening in on pulling out on those hands on the inhales. Keep going. You have about 15 seconds left to work those feet, to work that upper back. And once you've completed that, we are going to do some stability ball reverse crunches. And to do that, actually, we're going to move into our trap rhomboid position. So, and this is standing with our top of our foot on the ball in a hamstring curl. We need our red loop band around our outer thighs. Once you get the red loop band around your outer thighs, you can then grab your green loop band and blue Theraband, and we will thread, I think that should be the purple loop band. So the purple loop band and the blue Theraband. So take the purple loop band and bring the blue Theraband through it. And once you have it through that, we will then set up in our trap rhomboid position with the top of the foot in a hamstring curl on the ball. Start by standing on your dominant leg. It's just going to make it a little easier for your first go round. Brace your abs. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, twisting over the front, twisting over our standing leg side. Inhale back to center, and exhale, lower the elbows down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist over your standing leg, back to center, and lower. That's all it is. Pointed toes of the foot that's on the ball. Try to neutralize your pelvis. So there's a tendency when the foot's on the ball for that hip to be down a little and your standing leg's hip to hike up. So I want you to think about the standing leg's hip being pulled down towards the heel of that standing leg. Really squaring the pelvis. And you can overcompensate to the point where it pulls down and the leg that's on the foot that's on the ball's hip hikes. So try to find that happy medium. Use your low belly by pulling it in towards the spine. Okay, let's switch sides. I know that outer hip was burning. Set up on the second side. Make sure you're using your breath. This is very fatiguing on the outer hip, but it's great for sculpting the glute med and building endurance in the internal obliques and the lower pelvic floor, which helps with your riding when you're cantering and jumping. Elbows lift, and really think about your upper back here. Go ahead and imagine you're wearing a backpack of cement. So you can't lean forward. You've got all this weight pulling you back. Or you can imagine hands on the shoulder blades, puffing the back ribs towards those hands. Watch out for droopy elbows. They need to be as high as your shoulders. Wrists need to be flat. Chin up, gaze higher than eye level. Hang in there. Just 2 more full sets using your abs. Once you complete those, I'd like you to grab your red Theraband. Again, that's the red Theraband. Once you have the red Theraband, we'll throw it over our back, coming in to serve the platter arms. Make sure it's around your shoulder blades. And with it around the shoulder blades, from here, we'll wrap around the knuckles with the thumbs on the outside. And I'm going to turn away from you so you can see what's happening in my feet and what I'm doing with my back. Know that my hands, I am facing a wall so that my hands could reach out and grab it if I lose my balance, but my hands aren't on the wall. My palms are up. My shoulders are plugged down. I'm fighting for my back ribs to push into this band that's on my shoulder blades. So the band is a reminder to use my back and to not get into the front of my shoulders and round. So this will really improve how you hold yourself on your horse. Now, we know how important the inner thighs are, and your inner thighs are bound to be very strong from all your riding, but they can't be strong enough. We've got to continue to understand how to incorporate our core as well. So watch out for overarching your back here. Use your low abs to neutralize your pelvis and sit up on that ball like you would on a horse. Point your toes. So you should be resting on the top of your feet with your inner thighs squeezing in on the ball. From here, we're going to shift over to our right toes, lifting our left toes up, but squeezing in on the ball and pressing our back into that band to support us. Plug the shoulders down. Keep your gaze up higher than eye level. One more breath here. Shifting over to the left toes, right toes hover up, pointed. Inner thighs squeeze. Back ribs puff into the band. Shoulder blades plug down. Belly's firm. Gaze is higher than eye level. Shift back to the right toes. Left toes hover. Inhale 1. Breathe. Excellent. Squeeze those inner thighs. Inhale 2. Exhale 2. Back ribs puffing into the band. Inhale 3. Exhale 3. Final shift to the left. Point the toes. Inhale 1. Breathe. Exhale 1. Inhale 2. Exhale 2. Inhale 3. Exhale 3. And we can let that go, setting the red Theraband to the side. We'll come onto all fours for a V stretch using our ball. So I'll face you so you can see. I'm going to have my wrist under my shoulder. I'm going to find cat and cow pose. Find a neutral pelvis. Brace your abs. Start with your dominant, tighter hand on the ball, thumb facing up to the ceiling. Plug the shoulder down and start to twist the torso away from that arm. Hold it here. Inhale 1. Breathe. Exhale 1. Inhale 2. Exhale 2. Inhale 3. Exhale 3. Inhale 4. Exhale 4. Hang in there. Inhale 5. Exhale 5. Inhale 6. Exhale 6. Switching sides, setting up on the other side. We won't be here as long. 4 breaths here. Inhale 1. Breathe. Exhale 1. Melting the chest down. Inhale 2. Exhale 2. Inhale 3. Exhale 3. Inhale 4. Exhale 4. Let's drape the body over the ball in flexion, rounding the low back, relaxing the neck, shoulders. If you want to belly breathe here, you can. If you want to keep your belly in and TVA breathe, and if you're still confused about TVA breathing, check out Level 1's Mind and Body TVA breathing versus belly breathing to really understand how to contract the deepest layer of your core. Breathe how you want right now, relaxing. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 breaths left. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Just relax. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax the brow. Let's do one more breath. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Great job. Grab your red loop band, bringing it around your outer thighs and your stability ball. We're going to begin a squat series, 2-to-1 squats. Watch me first. I'm going to inhale, prepare. You have to negotiate, figure out where the ball feels best behind your back. I tend to put it kind of in my mid-back, a little closer to the lower back. I'm going to brace my abs. I'm going to keep a soft bend in my knees. Legs are hip distance apart, perfectly parallel. And really check your feet. Make sure you're not turning your feet out, because a lot of times people go, oh, I can't do squats because it bothers my knees. Well, that's often because you're turning your feet out. And when you turn your feet out, your knees don't track appropriately, which is why you are hurting your knees. And also the disengagement or the non-engagement of the inner thighs can be an issue as well. So let's see if we can get our knees tracking safely so we reap the benefits that squats have to offer. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, let the inner thighs pull you back, shifting over to the dominant, stronger leg, kicking the other heel to the butt. The thighs can be together if you have no knee or back issues, hip distance apart if you do have knee or back issues. Arms, hands can stay on the hips, or you can bring the arms all the way up to shoulder flexion. At the bottom, we hold for a breath. We rise up on one leg, bringing the shin of our lifted leg down at the top. Let's try it together. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, letting the inner thighs pull us back. Inhale, shifting over, holding it here. Exhaling the air out. Inhale, standing up on that one leg. Exhale, lowering the shin. Try to not lock your knees at the top. Try to not drop your chin. Inhale, prepare, filling the pelvis ground down. Exhale, let your inner thighs pull you back, shifting to the other side now, holding. Inhale, 1, breathe. Exhale, 1, point the toes of the lifted leg. Inhale, 2, standing up, lowering the shin. Exhale, inhale, prepare. Exhale, inner thighs pull us back, shifting over, hold. Inhale, 1, breathe. Exhale, 1. Inhale, standing up, lower the shin. Inhale, prepare, gaze up, higher than eye level, widen your collarbone. Inner thighs pull you back, shift over, hold. Exhale the air out. Inhale, standing up on that one leg. Continue for the next 30 seconds, bracing your abs as you're working. Please watch out for pushing the belly out here. When you do squats, your back needs the support of your low abs. So the only thing you really need to focus on, I tell people that understanding how to contract the deepest layer of the core takes time. The best thing that you can do for yourself as you start to get comfortable with a new way of breathing is just to think about keeping your abs in whenever you're working out. And then to make sure you're still breathing on top of that. If your belly stays in, you will learn to breathe laterally. You will be forced to breathe laterally. So if you can think about just keeping the belly in and then allowing yourself to breathe, you'll start to reinforce better breathing patterns to support your movement. Okay, let's let that go. Now we're going to move into some reverse crunches. We're going to move the red loop band that's around our outer thighs above our elbows, and we'll bring our green loop band, which is a little lighter, around our outer thighs. So when we move into child's pose, when we're doing our reverse crunches, I want you to actively push your forehead into the red loop band, engaging the front of your neck. So I'll show you what it looks like. As we progress, we want less of the legs. You can even be on the top of the feet on the ball. This is going to be more work for the core. But if you start to feel pain in the back or pain in the front of the shoulders, bring more of your body onto the ball so you have more support. So I bring it in, rounding my back, and I take it out. So I like to inhale, round in, exhale, extend out. Inhale, round in, exhale, extend out. Go ahead and join me. So reverse crunches. If at any time you get tired, I'll show you what that child's pose looks like. You pull back, your knees can be about hip distance apart. You actively on your inhale push your forehead into the red band to activate the front of the neck where you're underactive. And you exhale to sit your inner thighs, to pull your inner thighs back onto the ball, allowing that low back to stretch deeper. So you can be here in child's pose the whole time, working the neck flexors, stretching the low back if the reverse crunches feel too aggressive today. If you're feeling a great, nice burn in the abs and you're working your upper back, continue on. We have another 30 seconds here. I want you to use your breath wisely. So think about your inhale as you round in, because that's kind of, you get a little lift as you tuck the pelvis, and exhale to extend those legs out, bracing and lifting up through your pelvic floor. Let's all find child's pose, really pressing the forehead into the band on the inhale, pulling the inner thighs back towards the ball on the exhale. 2 more like that. Inhale, push the forehead into the band. 2, 3, 4. Exhale, inner thighs pulled back and you ground. You stretch that low back. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. 1 more. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. Slowly make your way off that ball. We'll take off the green loop band, setting it to the side. We'll slide the red loop band that was around our elbows off, bring it back around our outer thighs. Now you're going to watch me. I'm going to hold the ball. I'm going to lift my right leg. I'm facing you. Transverse plane turn for our deadlifts with our stability ball as our weight. So it looks like a warrior 3 as I pitch forward, tapping the ball down towards my standing leg's foot. Make sure you bend your standing leg with a little bend in the knee. Your abs are braced. Your hips are as even as you can get them, squaring them off. And your chin is lifted. Your gaze is always looking a little higher than eye level, even when you're going down. Okay, let's try it together. Right leg up, ball overhead, quarter turn to balance. Find the balance first, then moving into the deadlift. You'll take it down, 2, 3, 4, 5, lift it up. And maybe that tempo's a little slow, or maybe it's a little fast. Just avoid going up and down really quick, because that's horrible for the back, and it's also using momentum and not strength. So slow and steady wins the race. Let's do one more set. Quarter turn, find the balance. Brace your abs. Make sure you exhale as you lower, and you inhale, feeling your pelvis pull towards the floor as you lift. Exhale, inner thighs pull you back. Inhale, pelvis grounds down as you come up. One more. Exhale, inner thighs pull you back. Inhale, pelvis grounds down as you come up. Okay, let's take it to the other side. Left leg up. So imagine that left leg is at 12 o'clock. You're going to turn and put it down at 9 o'clock and pick your right leg up immediately. This is all about balance for injury prevention. And then we'll move into those deadlifts to build up your butt muscles. So take it down, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, pelvis grounds down as you come up. 2, 3, 4. Keep that going. Make sure you're pointing the toes with the lifted leg. Soft bend in the supporting leg's knee. Fighting to square the pelvis at all times. Keeping your belly in. Imagine hands on your shoulder blades even when you're pitching forward. Puff the upper back up. Use your back. Your back should be helping even here. Plug the shoulders down, chin lifted. Okay, one more set. Turn and face me at 12 o'clock, left leg lifted. Take it, put it down at 9 o'clock, right leg comes up immediately. Find the balance. Once you have the balance, you can begin your deadlifts. Taking your time, giving me 3 full deadlifts at a slow tempo, using the strength of your core to support your movement. Once you've completed those 3 deadlifts, you can then set the stability ball to the side. Now, if you happen to have very tight hamstrings, or maybe your hamstrings are really sore and they feel like they need a big stretch, or you have a tight low back, I would grab a yoga block. I'll show the variation first with the yoga block, but if your hamstrings are open, which it's possible they are with lordosis, and your low back is pretty open, then you may not need this block. We're going to stand on a roller by a wall, bar, or counter, outside hand holding on to the block. I'm going to slowly walk the hand on the wall down, coming into a forward fold with my knees hip distance, my legs hip distance apart, knees soft, and I'm going to breathe. Bending my knees a little, pulling my pelvis towards the roller on the inhale, my inner thighs pulling back, grounding me, helping me deepen into the pose on my exhale. I'm going to round up. We're going to come into this together. Okay, let's set up. Use the block if you need it. Stepping up onto the roller, feet hip distance apart, soft bend in the knees. Still have that red loop band around our outer thighs. Walking down the wall very slowly, abs engaged, exhaling. I'm going to remove the block because I don't need it, but you may need it. Use it if you need it. Hold it here. Inhale, pelvis grounds down. 2, 3. Don't close your eyes. Keep your eyes open. Exhale, inner thighs pull back. 2, 3. Inhale, pelvis grounds down. 2, 3. Exhale, inner thighs pull back. 2, 3. Inhale, pelvis pulls towards the roller. Exhale, inner thighs pull back, but don't lock your legs. Don't lock your knees as you do that. Inhale, pelvis pulls down. Exhale, inner thighs pull back. Inhale, pelvis pulls down. Exhale, inner thighs pull back. Inhale, bring your inside hand to the wall. Outside hand to the hip. Tuck the booty under like a scared puppy. Soften your knees. Pull the belly in towards the spine, rounding up slowly for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let the blood settle. Roll your shoulders back. Find your balance. Slowly stepping off of the roller. Setting that roller to the side. Great job. From here, we're going to be taking we're going to be moving into Warrior 2. So with Warrior 2, we're going to need our 5-pound weight and just the stability ball and our 5-pound weight. So setting up for Warrior 2, let's face one another, wide second position, turning our right toes to 12 o'clock and our left toes to 9:30, 10-ish, deeply bending into our right leg, creating a right angle, bracing our abs, keeping our abs in. We're going to row with this 5-pound weight to press into a tricep extension and then lower the weight down. Now, if adding the tricep extension bothers the front of the shoulder, perhaps the front of the shoulder is really tight, then lose the tricep extension and just keep the row to press, okay? So I'll show you both variations. I can row to press and lower down. I can row to press with the tricep extension. And another option is not adding the press and just rowing. But either way, whatever you're doing, let's begin now. Go ahead and get started. Notice that I'm not lifting and lowering out of my front leg. The whole point is to build strength in the inner thighs, keeping you down in this posture. So let your inner thighs pull back on every exhale. Pull your low belly in. Imagine hands on the shoulder blades, puff the back ribs back, plug those shoulders down, keep your chin lifted. Let your eyes and your chin and your head rather follow that weight so that the head turns and you get a stretch in the neck and the neck isn't just locked. Widen the collarbone. Keep breathing here. You're doing great work. Hang in there. Almost there. Give me 2 more sets on this side. And once you've completed those sets, brace your abs, turn and face me. Wide second position, parallel legs. Left toes go to 12. Right toes go to 233-ish. Deep bend in the left leg, right angle. Brace the abs. Pull the inner thighs back. Plug the shoulders down. Begin either your row or your row to press, or your row to press with the tricep at the top. Honor your body and what feels best on your shoulders. As I said, this is more about the lower body, but we're adding an upper body component, which means I just want the focus to be your lower body. I want to make sure that you are actively using your inner thighs. You're staying low in your Warrior 2 position. You're honoring your body by listening to what your shoulders are telling you. If they're saying this hurts the front of my shoulder, then you need to take the weight down to the 3-pound weight, or you need to do one of the modifications I've given, just the row or the row to press. Continue on with that. We've got another 30 seconds or so on this side. Stay low. Keep breathing. I like to inhale as I lift. And if I do the tricep extension, I'll exhale as I bend at the elbow, inhale to extend, and then exhale to lower the weight down. Either way, whenever I'm lifting, I inhale. Whenever I'm lowering, I exhale. 10 seconds here. Probably finishing up the set you're on. Bracing your abs, setting the weight to the side, coming to the center with your ball for a standing saw variation. Now, it's important to me that your abs are in for this and your knees are soft. It's very easy to lock your knees and to go into your pronation. Remember, that's your rolling in of your feet. So I want pressure in the outside of your foot. Baby toes should be really pushing into the floor at all times. Knees must be soft. This is going to keep your knees safe. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, I twist my torso over the right side of my body and I forward fold, tapping the ball down to the outside of my foot. I inhale, lift back up to center. I twist my torso to the left, tapping the ball down to the outside of my left foot. Keep that going and keep checking in. Are you pushing your belly out? Are you locking your knees? Are your feet rolling in? We've got to work on these imbalances because, again, those feet, they affect the whole chain. They affect where you're working. So knees soft, outside of the feet, pressing heavy, heavy into the floor. Keep breathing. Keep fighting for quality versus quantity. Go as slow as you need to go. Just another 15 seconds here. Working on the repetitions by lengthening. When you inhale to come up, feel your pelvis pulling towards the floor. When you lower down, feel your lower pelvic floor, the muscles that stop your stream of pee lifting and in and up with the belly firm. Okay, finish up the one you're on. We're going to now do a step to balance in the sagittal plane. Bring your blue loop band around your ankles and tie your blue Theraband a quarter of the way into your foam roller. I'm going to give you a second to do that. I know it's a couple of steps. Takes a second. Make sure that blue Theraband is tied tightly. If you have any shoulder pain, you can always take it back to the green Theraband. If your hamstrings are not quite at level 4 yet, you can always go back to our red loop band, our level 3 progression. We're going to be stepping up into a hamstring kickback with a shoulder press isometric hold. So the point is to step up, put the arch of the foot into the band, and to find the balance. Make sure there's a soft bend in the supporting knee. Don't lock it out. Keep your focus up higher than eye level. Let's give it a go. Stepping up our outside leg, stepping up onto the outside leg, bringing the arch of the foot into the band, finding the balance, holding. Inhale 1, breathe. Exhale 1, toes pointed. Inhale 2. Exhale 2, perfectly parallel with both legs. Don't lock the knees out. Inhale 3. Exhale 3. Now the extra challenge, stepping in front of the roller, stepping back onto that outside leg perfectly parallel. Make sure you inhale as you step up with a soft bend in the knees. Gaze up higher than eye level. Bring the arch of the foot into the band. Test your balance once you have it. Hold. Inhale 1, breathe. Exhale 1. Inhale 2. Exhale 2. Inhale 3. Exhale 3, slow and steady, soft bend in the knees, coming off of the roller. Setting up on the second side, wrapping around the knuckles, thumbs on the outside. Watch out, I tend to do this on my non-dominant side. My right hand's wrist tends to flex. Then I'm not working the back of the shoulder, but I'm now working the wrist. So try to keep your wrist flat, especially on your non-dominant, with your non-dominant hand. Stepping up, finding the balance, testing the balance, hold. Inhale 1, breathe, toes pointed. Exhale 1. Inhale 2. Exhale 2. Inhale 3. Exhale 3, chin up, gaze higher than eye level, soft bend in the knees as you come down in front. Outside leg steps up perfectly parallel. Be careful, go slow. Inhale, arch of the foot in the band. Exhale. Find your hamstring, kick back, point the toes, hold. Inhale 1, breathe. Exhale 1. Inhale 2. Exhale 2. Inhale 3. Exhale 3. Inhale, slowly coming off of the roller. Grab a trigger ball. This can be a lacrosse ball or tennis ball or a foam roller. Coming to lie on your side, you can place the small anti-burst ball under the side of the head. Start with your dominant or stronger leg on top, stacked on top, farthest away from the floor. And you're going to get into the posterior tibialis. This is located around this area. I find that right up by the knee can be very, very tender. Going along the tibia bone into the fascia, just rolling, circular motions, forward and back, leaning in, getting into that, staying as long as you need. If you feel like you work those nuts out, you can go above the knee, right above the knee. If you have knee pain above the knee or any low back pain, this can often help drop the femur bone in the socket and reposition the leg so that you aren't feeling as much discomfort. Great tool for a reset. Keep breathing here. Circular motions, lean, dig, use your breath. 3 more breaths here. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. We inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Brace your abs. Let's take it to the second side, starting below the knee, posterior tibialis, moving back and forth, circular motions, leaning, digging, breathing. Even here, keep your chin lifted. You don't need to watch the ball with your eyes. That throws that neck down and strains the back of the neck. Chin lifted, gaze on the wall in front of you, a little higher than eye level. Widen that collarbone. Plug the shoulders down the back. Even here, pull the shoulder blades together. Firm the low abdomen. If you want to go above the knee, getting into that spot right above the knee medially. Circular motions. Lean in. Move it forward and back. Just breathe. 3 more breaths here. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, coming up to a comfortable seated position. Relaxing the jaw, the brow, rolling the shoulders back for 5 and 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job.